Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Yeah, finally today I will show you how to crochet this sunflower bag. It has been a long time since I showed this bag in my channel, and so many people ask me about this tutorial. Yeah, finally it is. It took me maybe 1 month to finish this tutorial from ordering materials, recording, editing. Yeah, don't forget to give me a like. I really appreciate it. I wear this bag a lot in my daily life. If you follow my ins, you might recognize them very often. For the bag straps and all the accessories, you can try to borrow from your unused old bags. You can also find the crochet kit in my Etsy shop. I did a lot of experiments of the colors, and these are the two I'm most happy with. But don't limit yourself, play with colors and find the one that most resonate with you. If you want to sell the finished product of this bag, yes, welcome and go ahead. I'm always happy to support small business. In last 3 years, I got 2 babies. I understand how difficult it is for mom or young female to find a balance between family and career. I appreciate all the help and support from other amazing females so much. Yeah, back to the sunflower bag. Every time I wear it, I receive so many compliments. Now let's dive into details. These are materials we'll be using. This time I'm using the 5 PLY milk cotton yarn. This is a very high quality milk cotton yarn, and you can find them in my Etsy shop. Color codes are in the description below. I'm using a 2.5mm hook and a craft wheel to support the flower petals. A little bit of fillings. Then we need this plastic mesh to support the shape. It's very easy to cut, so you can cut to any shape you need. You can find them very easy on Amazon. They are used a lot in supporting bags shape. If you want to see more tutorials on crochet bags, please leave a comment below. We will also need these small rings to connect the bag straps. We will also need a zipper. Then a piece of cloth to cover the plastic mesh, so that the inside of the bag will look more beautiful and neat. Everything I show here will be included in the crochet kit, including these 2 types of bag straps. Otherwise, for the bag straps, just use any one you have access to. So we will start from the flowers, and they are the same pattern as in this video. So we first do the flower heart, then seed, then 2 layers of flower petals. And we use craft wheels to support the flower petals. Yeah, let's begin. Now we find brown yarn and do a magical ring to work 6 single crochet. This first one is not a single crochet. So here is our first single crochet, and we will do 5 more. Now we have 6 single crochet, Here we will close the circle. And we will find the first space to work a slip stitch to close our first round. While moving on, we can head the tail. A little trick here is we can pull through the yarn to minimize the slip stitch, because in the future we won't work here. Now we chain 1 to start round 2 and do not count this as a stitch. In round 2, we do 6 increase, which means in each space we will do 2 single crochet, and by end of this round we will have 12 stitches. So here is our first increase. If you are a beginner, you can put a marker at the first stitch of this round. Now we continue to do 5 more increase. While moving on, we can head the tail. Here we can cut off the tail and pause to finish round 2. Here we come to the end of round 2. Every time we come to the end, we will work a slip stitch through the first stitch to close this round. And then we will chain 1 to start the next round. And do not count this chain as a stitch. At round 3, we firstly do 1 single crochet, and then in the second space, we do 1 increase, which means 2 single crochet. Then 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and we will repeat 6 times. Here I will demonstrate again how to close a round. So every time we close a round, we do a slip stitch through the first space of this round. Then we pull through the yarn to minimize the slip stitch, and we chain 1 to start next round. At round 4, in every 3 spaces, we do 2 single crochet and then 1 increase, and we repeat 6 times. So here is our first increase, and we do 2 single crochet in 1 space. Round 5 also follows a similar pattern. You can pause here to finish round 4 and round 5. Now we finish round 5 and still chain 1 to start round 6. From round 6 to round 10, we only work in half side of each stitch. At round 6, we firstly do 1 single crochet in each of the first 2 spaces. And we only work in half side. Now we do an increase in the third space, which means we do 2 single crochet in 1 space. Then we still do 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 spaces. So that's the pattern of round 6. And we still repeat 6 times. Here we come to the end of round 6. We still work a slip stitch to close this round. Here we just do a normal slip stitch to close this round. And we chain 1 to start round 7. Round 7 to round 9 follows similar pattern. At round 10, we just work 1 single crochet in each space. Now you can pause here to finish round 7 to round 10. Here we finished round 10, and we can cut off the yarn. Now we will work our flower seed, still with our brown yarn. And here we will work 4 rounds of seed. And here are the spaces we will work in. Now we connect our brown yarn. Now we pull through the yarn, but do not count this as a stitch. From here we chain 3 to start. Now still in the same space on the main body, we work a slip stitch. Now we skip the next space and work in the second one. To crochet a slip stitch, while moving on we can add the tail. Now we repeat to chain 3 to work our second seed. Then a slip stitch through the current space on the main body. Now skip one space, and in the second space we do a slip stitch. So that's the pattern of our seeds. Here we come to the end of our first round. Now we still work a slip stitch through the first space to close this round. Now we will continue the same pattern to work our second row of seeds. Here we need to do a slip stitch to move our yarn to the first space of the second row. Now we repeat to chain 3. Then we just continue the same pattern to finish all our seeds. Here we finished our last row of seeds. We still work a slip stitch through the first seed to close the round. Now we can cut off the yarn. And we can move the tail to the other side. Now we will work flower petals. And we work our first layers here. Here we change to yellow yarn and start with a slip knot. Then we connect our yellow yarn to the first stitch of this round and pull through. We do not count this one as a stitch. Here we work 8 chains. Now we have 8 chains, and we'll find the second space from the hook. We do 1 single crochet in each space. Here we finish the 7 single crochet and come to the end. Here we will skip the next space and continue to work in the second and third space. Now we do a slip stitch in the second space. then another slip stitch in the next space. Now we repeat to chain 8. So this is the pattern of this row, and we will repeat until the end. Now we come to the end of this petal. Here we do a skip and one slip stitch. Then another slip stitch. Here we come to the end of the last petal. Now we still skip one space and do a slip stitch in the next space. Then we do another slip stitch through the first space to close this round. Here we need to find a row of craft wire to support the flower petals. Now we insert the wire through the first space of this round. And here are the spaces we will work in this round. In the first space, we do one single crochet. Then we do a half double crochet in the next space. Then we do one double crochet in each one of the next 3 spaces. Now the second double crochet. Then the third double crochet. Then in next space we do one half double crochet. Now we do one single crochet in the last space of this side. From the next space, we'll move to the other side. And in this space, we'll firstly do one single crochet. Now we chain 1. Then we do a slip stitch through the space I'm pointing at. So this is a picot stitch. And this will form the point of the flower petal. Now we work one single crochet still in the same space. Here is our next space. From this space, we firstly do one half double crochet. Then one double crochet in each of the next 3 spaces. So basically we're repeating the same pattern as the other side. Now the second double crochet in the next space. Then the third double crochet in the next space. Now we got 2 spaces left. We'll firstly do 1 half double crochet, then 1 single crochet. So this is our first flower petal. In the previous round, we did 2 slip stitch here. Here we will skip this first slip stitch and do another slip stitch in the second space. Now we repeat the same pattern to work our second flower petal. So firstly, 1 single crochet in the first space. Then a half double crochet in the next space. Here we come to the point again. We firstly do 1 single crochet. Now 1 chain and 1 picot stitch. Then 1 single crochet still in the current space. From here we come to the other side and we repeat the same pattern as before. Here we still skip 1 space and do a slip stitch in the next space. So this is the pattern of this round, and we will repeat to finish 18 flower petals. Here we got 18 flower petals and come to the end. Now we can cut off the craft wire. Then we still do a slip stitch through the first space to close this round and cut off the yellow yarn. Before moving on, we can pull all the tails to the back and twist all tails together. Then we will work our second layer of flower petals in these half stitches. So we still find yellow yarn and make a slip knot. And we connect our yarn to the main body and pull through the yarn. Do not count this one as a stitch. Here we work 10 chains to get bigger flower petals than the previous round. Still need to find the second space from the hook and work single crochet. And we work 9 single crochet in each petal. Here we come to the end. We still skip 1 space and do a slip stitch in the second space. Then we do another slip stitch in the next space. This part is the same as the previous round. Now we repeat to chain 10. Now we come to the end. Here we still insert the wire and start to crochet our second layer of flower petals. We do 1 single crochet in the first space. Then a half double crochet next. Then 1 double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. So here we do 5 double crochet. So this is the only difference compared with the first layer of flower petals. In the first layer we did 3 double crochet here. So in this way the second layer of flower petals are longer than the first layer. Now you can pause here to finish the second layer of flower petals. Here we come to the end, so we can cut off the yarn now. Now we can move the tile to the back of the flower. Here we also need to insert all the craft wear to the back. So here is our flower with 2 layers of petals. First layer we will do 2 pieces of these round pads as the back body. So we find green yarn and start with a double knot. Then we chain 2 as the turning chain. Do not count this as a stitch. Here in the circle we do 14 double crochet. One. Now our second double crochet. Before moving on, we can put a marker to mark our first double crochet. Then we continue to finish 14 double crochet in the circle. You can now pause here to finish 14 double crochet. Here we have 14, we will then close the circle. So we pull through the tail and we notice one of the yarn is moving. Then we pull through the moving yarn to close the circle as tight as we can. Then we pull through the tail again to double close it. In this way the circle is super tight. Finally, we do a slip stitch through the first space, which is also our marked space, to close this round. If you are a beginner, without a marker, it's quite difficult to find where is the first stitch. So here is our first round. Then we chain 2 to start round 2. Do not count these 2 chains as a stitch. At round 2, we do 2 double crochet in each space. So that's 14 double crochet increase in this round. If you are a beginner, be sure to put a marker to mark the first double crochet. Then we continue to do another double crochet still in the current space, so that's make a double crochet increase. While moving on, we can head the tail. Then we continue to do 2 double crochet in the second space. By end of this round, we will have 28 stitches. You can now pause here to finish 14 double crochet. Here we have 14 double crochet. Every time we come to the end, we will do a slip stitch through the first space to close this round. And every time we start a new round, we chain 2 as the turning chain. Do not count turning chain as a stitch. So here we chain 2 to start round 3. At round 3, we first do 1 double crochet in the first space. Mark the first stitch if you are a beginner. Now in the second stitch, we do a double crochet increase, which means we do 2 double crochet. So that's the pattern of round 3. We just repeat until the end. By the end of this round, we will have 42 stitches. Here we finish round 3 and chain 2 to start round 4. At round 4, in the first stitch, we do 1 double crochet. Then 2 double crochet in the next space. From here we will repeat. In every 3 stitch we do 2 double crochet and then 1 increase. So now 1 increase in the third stitch. Again we repeat 2 double crochet, 1 increase. After repeat 13 times we will have 1 stitch left. You can pause here until you have 1 stitch left. Here we have 1 stitch left and we do 1 double crochet in the last space. So here in round 4 we have 56 stitches. Be sure you have the correct number before moving on. Finally, we still do a slip stitch through the first space to close this round. And every time we start a new round, we chain 2 as a turning chain, do not count as a stitch. Round 5 to round 9, following similar pattern. You can pause here to finish. Here we come to the end of round 9, and we should have 126 stitch. We still do a slip stitch to close this round. Round 10 is our last round. Here we chain 1 to start round 10 because in this round we'll work single crochet. Here we just do 1 single crochet in each space and we do 126 single crochet. In the end, we still do a slip stitch to close this round. So this is our first piece. We can cut off the yarn and head the tail for several stitches. So this is our first piece. And we need 2 of these for 1 bag. You can now follow the same pattern to finish another one. For the second one, do not cut off the yarn, because we work continuously to connect these 2 parts. Here we still do a slip stitch to close the last round, but do not cut off the yarn. From the next part, we will do our back side, and we need to leave some space for the zipper. We still chain 2 to start our first round. Here, before moving on, we need to find the half side stitch that is facing outside. Then we turn over the edge and find the half side stitch and the horizontal stitch nearby. So in this round, we will work in these 2 stitches every time. In each of these 2 stitches, we do 1 double crochet. So we still do 126 double crochet in this round. So let's begin. We still yarn over and find our first 2 stitches. Then we do 1 double crochet. So here is our first double crochet. We then move to our next 2 stitches and do another double crochet. So basically we still do 1 double crochet in each position. In this way we will create an edge that forms the back side. Here we continue to do 1 double crochet in the next position. You can now pause here until finish 126 double crochet. Here we come to the end of the first round. We still do a slip stitch to close this round. Then we chain 2 to start round 2 In round 2, we do 1 double crochet in each space as normal, and we still do 126 double crochet in this round. You can now pause here to finish round 2. We still chain 2 to start round 3. In round 3, we firstly do 86 double crochet. So that's still 1 double crochet in each space. Now our second double crochet. Before moving on, we can count 86 stitches and put a marker. In this way, we don't need to count how many double crochet we have finished all the time. Now you can pause here until finish 86 double crochet. Here we finished 86 and we have 40 stitches left. Here we will create a space on these 40 stitches for our zipper. So from here, instead of double crochet, we will do 40 chains. Here we can put a marker to mark the last double crochet and continue to finish 40 chains. Now we have 40 chains. We will then connect our yarn to the first stitch of this round. And we do a slip stitch here. Before moving on, we can mark the last chain stitch. Then we continue to chain 2 as the turning chain and start to work double crochet. At round 4, we still do 1 double crochet in each space. In this round, we just do double crochet as usual until we reach the 40 chains of the previous round. You can now pause here to do double crochet until you reach the 40 chains stitch. Now we come to the last double crochet of the previous round, so we still do 1 double crochet here. Here we come to the 40 chains. In this part, we will work in the back bump. So we find the back bump of each chain, and we do 1 double crochet in each back bump. And on these 40 chains, we do 40 double crochet. In this way, at round 4, we still have 126 double crochet. Be careful here, do not miss the first back bump. You can now pause here to work a double crochet until the end. So here we finish the 40 double crochet on the 40 chains and come to the end. We still do a slip stitch through the first space to close this round. And finally, we come to round 5, which is the last round of this part. We still chain 2 to start round 5. Then we just do 1 double crochet in each space, and we still do 126 double crochet in this round. Do not cut off the yarn when finish this round. Here we finished our last round. Now we wrap the yarn around the bag for 3 rounds and cut off the yarn. That will be the yarn length we need to sew the 2 parts together. Finally, we sew the 2 parts together. So we find the inside 2 half-side stitch and sew them together 1 stitch by 1 stitch. For the first one, we sew 3 or 4 rounds to make it tighter. Then we sew this round 1 stitch by 1 stitch. Here we come to the end. We can sew several times to make it tight and move the yarn inside. Then we hide the yarn several times and cut off the yarn. So this is our back body. Finally, we assemble everything. Done.